just a flying start.
Flash came in
Alpha raise, I'm all for it.
Durka got control over backside, but there's only one player that they're trying to root out of position, and they had nowhere to go. Good paranoia usage as well from Boaster that's gained FNATIC the site. And now, a 5v3, that's the reward. As it looks like FUT are going to be very quickly trying to make their way back through. Damage done by Durka! Okay. And somehow, one right click, 2 kills, and it's both. And cleared him. They've left Yedijay.
Wow, if he got 2, that'd be insane.
It almost worked out in their favor. These are the boring rounds, typically, the ones that shouldn't matter all too much. And for FUT, it looks
wow,
like
he's gonna have
just the 1 kill found, and now they're left in a familiar
Durka's gonna have ult.
2 versus 4 on the way back through.
Wait, what's happening right now?
I'm sure they've already got the 1 kill, but with classics in hand, this will be very difficult to.
Oh, he went to go fight B main real quick in case they flank.
Good orb management from FNATIC. They're going to go back and pick up the one in main.
Oh, they got the main orb. Never mind.
They already have the dimensional drift online. No matter what happens here, and well, in the end they'll clean up.
Wow. Oh wow. Raze is in now too after seeing everyone. And then now Raze and Yoru go for an entry together. Ooh. Oh, UTJ, what a hold.
We've spoken about this youngster many a time. Woot's old teammate, by the way. And well,
wow.
FNATIC, what should have been a good early start for them here has gone pretty badly wrong.
Yeah,
that chamber trip was insane, no?
Boaster's in, Alpha's in. Durka got a way out, but couldn't find his way back to.
FNATIC would have hoped to get a lot more done than what they achieved in the previous round. Now, I think just to sort of set things up a little bit, this map has, for some teams, become very.
I missed it. Did they take B main already? Or did they make no noise B main? Either way, these two are going to eventually push.
Double duelist and a breach. You expect
with a Sky Flash or something, surely.
Yeah, we won't be looking at this expecting.
If Sky Flash is B main, one of these guys get to leave and go back to A. But it might be too late now.
But
or 11.
Yeah. Navi, you're pretty good.
Yep, fully exec.
For FNATIC, somewhere that they could definitely expect to have the lead when they
good
move over
flash
to the next
in the second game.
Oh
boy.
Them down,
oh god. Oh, big kill.
Running in. Beautiful play that
massive
down
kill
in front of him as well. They didn't think he'd ever be going to commit all the way. Now, they've got the site control at least, but that was almost a second punish from Boaster. FUT's retake, just a one-man disadvantage, but they haven't got control over Heaven.
Ooh, if they get a timing, they can walk in here. This is a huge walk-in.
Up there, and he needs to go quick to reunite with these players. They're set up to take the site.
Leo setting up a stun as well, trying to put some of his players into position. Find some of these fights. The time's starting to tick down again. It's just the trap just thrown at them. Yedijay wins one, but the trade again is immediate. Boaster caught reloading. Maybe the
massive kill. If he didn't get that,
and now it's left into that 1v1 scenario.
Chronicle's good for these.
All of the information and the time on his side as well. Seen it just looking for that final fight, trying to bait it in, and it just isn't working out.
It's just
I don't
impossible.
know if there's going to be any chance of him winning this. Chronicle
plays Boaster.
Is there going to be any ults to impact this one? The main that looks possible is going to be Yedijay. If he can grab the orb.
Why they switch roles? I think they just wanted to try the double duelist.
For now, at least.
Like who else would you have play the second duelist? It's not that they switch roles. It's just when they need a double duelist, it's Alpha.
Being aggressive, you also have basically a double duelist, but he's just willing to hold an angle, wait for someone to peek.
Chronicle was raised?
Just try and get them the advantage that way, and they're going to have all the information here, but they're going to actually try and execute off this.
A beautiful flash. I mean, it's pushed him off the angle to start with, and now no fallback for CNET. So quickly dealt with, but Durka is traded out. This time, Mr. Fallen is going to plant his boots firmly in the ground, and he's got
this kill is massive.
Cracks up top. Only 10 HP on Mr. Fallen. It should be an easy kill, but it's the trade they'd be looking for.
Do they know he's out
Mr.
Raptor?
Fallen still grabs his third.
Oh, now they do.
Boasters down below. The spams
huge.
Are good. Too good, in fact. Leaving Chronicle alone. Another clutch for him, but this
FUT
time
are actually
odds
shooting.
Are definitely stacked against him. The spike is, well, if he wants to take this to A, he's got quite a run to go on.
Yeah,
I wonder if they're popping because they know
that are currently in the hands of FNATIC. They don't have anything to play with. That was
if it's like an anti-strat, or it's because they're playing against a chamber.
Going FNATIC's way.
I think it's because they're playing a chamber. They know they're not going to get hit by Cypher trips.
Try and walk back up. I don't know what the plan really was.
They're popping so much.
The FUT roster, Durka up close, blinded, and he almost got an opportunity. That near sight. Well, that captain got very near.
Here.
In the end, it's a free kill, and I think that's ultimately what most of this round should boil down to with those weaker weapons for FNATIC. They're hoping to catch some players off guard, force some rotations. I like the idea, make noise on A, and give Boaster the space to find a kill, but Mr. Fallen is ever vigilant. It's already been spotted.
The thing that's been a bit
peculiar
so far,
split,
okay, so this round is more of an eco round.
Why not?
A lot of what you're going to run with this double duelist is Alpha Durka combos, with sort of having one disrupting for the other. So it has been a bit odd that even with the dimensional drift round earlier on, Durka was way in, Alpha was
I
nowhere
kind of
near.
like the
So it's
comp a
been
little
bit odd
bit.
that they have been a
Yeah,
little
but
bit
only
separate from
Breach's
each other when I
initiator
think
is a
that
little
1-2 punch is going to be the
But
sort of
this is
best
like a
option
pop
for this Fnatic
into
side.
sight.
Like, those
Oh,
two
that's
players
why.
together
This
can
is
do
a
ridiculous
literally
amount
just
of
an
damage.
exec
Something that
comp.
I think KC
5-man
does
exec comp.
excellently when they run a similar comp.
Paranoia, breach stun,
Oh,
two
here
guys
goes
running in.
Alpha. Stunned up player. Doesn't expect the second though.
Yeah, that's it. Ada Captain's got his rifle ready to go. And leaving it down to just Boaster, who will be cleaned up. An ult used, but CNET is single-handedly keeping control of Heaven.
And he has a trip. He has a trip here, so he doesn't have to watch it.
They come at him one at a time as well. It helps.
That's such a big kill.
Helps he's able to divide his time.
I can tell you they never would have checked for it.
And I'm pretty sure Omen's always had a line here, and they haven't smoked mail or ropes.
You never know.
So Omen just has had mid this entire time. It allows 3 guys to rotate to A. And Sky has the B line.
Ambitious play.
Yeah, the thing is, again, like, I understand the idea. Like, get the TP. I feel like the TP needed to act more of a distraction, and
that's pretty
I don't
fucked.
think CNED even. I don't know if it was just a little bit late or CNED just didn't even notice, so he just kills Alpha. Yeah. Again,
What an ult.
a lot of the times you're
Big
gonna
ult
expect
at
Alpha to
50
win that duel,
seconds.
but when you're facing off against FUT,
Now Raze rotates off that.
you have one.
Chamber's gonna
player,
keep
they
this
have 5.
line because his trip is still up.
As well for Fnatic that these sort of plays,
Nah, Fnatic had to
don't know
break
how to
this
read
trip.
into
If
that.
you're gonna take
Is it
ARAM
stop
control, you
doing
have
it
to break this
altogether,
trip.
Or was CNED maybe just not hit by the utility? Could the stun have worked?
Well, Boaster
9
might
times
still
out
be
of
able to
10?
break
That was
it.
just the one. You never know. But already these aggressive takes, Durka going.
Okay, he broke the
dying,
trip. That's
Alpha
good.
going and dying. These have happened round
But they only have
after
20
round.
seconds now.
25 seconds.
Haven't been able to synergize. Down to the last couple seconds, like you say, Tom. And well, FUT aren't panicked. They've got 3 players towards this site. Still on the back is Mr. Fallen, who's been spectacular. He might need to be again. Ada Captain 3K in the previous round. 15 seconds left. They've got to up the pace. And
Huge.
oh, that's a little bit of a whiff. Do they expect this extra player? Yes, they do. The ult will give them the information, but if this spike is denied planting any further, the round will already be gone. All Mr. Fallen needs to do is find a
Oh
well-placed
my
shot.
god,
Not a
Fnatic
single
still
one
won
lands.
this round.
In fact, it's all Fnatic shots that are landing, leaving Yedege, well, in another fairly unwinnable clutch. Boaster's low, and he's one away from a Viper's Pit, but the time's ticking.
Yeah, I don't even know if the Viper's Pit would be useful. To try and put it in here would be almost just given an opportunity for them to kill him. And Chronicle's reposition has been sublime. Like, so many angles to check.
Good round, good round, good.
Still haven't
Create a
seen him
comp
play
specifically to just
an agent that I'm thinking he's
full hit bomb sites with
like
5
seeing
players.
Astro.
Mediocre.
I don't mind that.
Maybe just don't do that, right? Probably like take the harbor away from.
Only
them,
thing is
stuff
your
like
defense
that.
side
But,
suffers.
When it comes to
You need to have a good attack.
to the realms of reality that we live in.
Oh, this is the first time I've seen Fnatic
unbelievable
work
at everything
mid.
he's tried. One of my favorite players within VCT for Fnatic. 4-4. Tied up. FUT are keeping it close, and in this round they've got next to nothing. Showstopper for Alpha, unlikely to be used, but they have got 2 rifles. And a kill gives them the opportunity to get a rifle in the hands of one of their teammates. I like this grouped up. This is what we wanted to see Durka and Alpha,
kill.
but in fact they split
What
up
a
to take
massive
the kills.
kill.
And Alpha finds it. He arrived today with the guys from FUT.
3A
He
main,
was
2
chatting with them
ropes.
on the way in,
Both
but,
duelist ropes.
you know, all that friendly banter goes out the window the second the server starts.
They know
4
it's
versus
A.
5. 1 player
know it's
killed
A.
already. Still the weaponry disadvantages that are clear.
Oh,
in
this
fights
guy
like
here. This guy here is the win condition.
Trade back they wanted. Crack's still going to be holding this ground, and
And
they're
he
completely
gets it.
unaware of his position. Going to look to try and reposition.
Did he
back
miss
to
his
the site.
TP? Or was he
Moving
trying to
with the team.
TP on that
And
wall?
Again, Fnatic are leaving it super late in these rounds. 4 rotation, already in for FUT. They are waiting for them to try and make any sort of move, and it is all too easy in the end. Leo left with no time, no
This is a
fallback.
very attack-sided
He's
comp.
going for those tags up close, and it's not quite an opportunity. He's hearing steps, but it's just a decoy. Durka's done this a few times. Set up these flashes supportively on the Yoru. I'm a big fan of it. I don't think we've seen it hit so far.
Big.
We won't see it hit this time, but Yedege grabs himself the kill onto Alpha. Slows down the push completely, but no one
Oh,
saw
what a
Durka
kill,
TP
what a kill.
Even still,
What the
though,
fuck, he got
Yedege
2?
managed to find a second player. What going down?
Yo, this kid is
Again,
insane,
this
man.
just takes over. The Turkish youth has become the dominant force when it comes to VCT EMEA. And Yedege looks to try and close this one. He's up against Chronicle on the other side. Spike dropped to the deck and still waiting for that rotation. Chronicle looks like he might just try and hit a timing through this smoke. He doesn't really have any utility to play with, just looking for any advantage he can find with the fading of that utility. But the fact is, it's going to be easier said than done. He does manage to deny the ace at
Chronicle?
least, and now tries to have a 1v3 of his own.
Chronicle?
I like his idea as well, standing in front of
He's
the
usually
orb.
good for these.
Retrieving this spike is going to be a tough task. He has to clear all these angles, and it's not about them swinging him. It's about the time it runs down. He's actually quite quick on picking it up and moving towards the site. No denial attempted by FUT, who are just waiting for this plan to come through. Cracks, yeah, he has his nade, but he can't.
Kid, you have the same age, bro. Yeah, some chatters are so stupid. It actually hurts my fucking feelings.
Where both players are. Boombot on its way. He's going to let it go past, but has to shoot it eventually. And now they know. They've got that idea grouped up again.
Oh,
FUT take the fight
with all of these stingers, but it hasn't gone great for Boaster. He's tried a fight on his own towards B. I don't know if he just got killed through smoke, but I think he did. I feel like he did.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was
that was just OP. This is just too strong. Too strong an ult.
What can you say? I think, in fact, confirming it because there were 2 Omen smokes down. One was his. So
they have Ray Sky playing B.
The orb earlier just to bait some control on that side.
Oh god, they're walking into a chamber Omen.
Gap in this ultimate, but again, finding kills in the back of it's going to be very, very tough. Has to rely on rotations or try to sneak his way through, which is exactly what he'll do. But they're ready for that also.
Ray's gotten the ropes, but there's still a trip up there.
So when he eventually crosses over all the way, that information will be given away. They've heard it already. The ping is down. They'll look to deal with it. And the question is, does Captain, will we see him swinging out to take that fight up into heaven as soon as this nade
is an ad starting.
Away? If we do, that's
I'm so sorry.
Bad
ad management because I just got on before this match. So ads are starting because of that. Y'all know I didn't run it. There's no item. I'm not the one running it. The ads will be better for next map, I promise. Or even next half. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Wait, you got 2? Okay, yeah, FNATIC's in trouble. They are legit in so much trouble.
Of course.
Anyone CNET is one of them.
Cracks is currently holding. I think he's more than ready to try and go for some sort of play if they do go in that direction.
Well, FNATIC have been happy to run that clock all the way down before, but the ultimate going through. This seems to be a much quicker play. Showstopper used in response. That's going to be fired off towards main. 2 players on the site. They know Yoru can see
another Yoru ult.
Still to work with, but Durka goes in
massive trade. Good job.
Into trade, but there's another player on the backside. Paranoia gives it away. Captain now has to try to hold this position while his teammates are on the way miles out of combat. And this swing, it's hard to predict for Captain as Alpha.
At 7-5 isn't terrible.
The spike still hasn't been retrieved though. With a bit of heaven control. Mr. Fallen.
They're waiting for another smoke here before they cross. I like it.
Expecting another sky flash to pop through, but they used it to confirm there were no players around screen to get CNET into this position so he could try to fight his way back through. And while he'll have one hell of a fight on his hands, has to pick up another 3 after that opening pick. The spike is now planted, and there's players all over the place. Clearing these angles with an is an absolute nightmare.
Wow.
He found the first of this 1v3. And moving back though, gonna go all the way around. I mean, the timing.
Oh my goodness.
Why would he be going heaven at this point? Surely the guy's playing to defuse the spike. Instead, he's going to have a player with back turned with no idea.
Oh, good job. Cypher and Viper when you play 2 duelists.
It's not like a team is just
they've chosen Cypher instead. I would assume for defense side to keep A heaven control. Whereas Viper, you can't. There's no trip to keep A heaven control. They can walk up anytime.
Team that likes to be a little bit more direct. I say that in the pistol round as we see.
And to counter the raise when he's jumping, fucking satcheling into sight.
Going elsewhere. He's either going to be cutting off rotations and maybe originally.
Yeah, breach over Sky is because it's an exec heavy comp. And because you can run trap plays with breach. You can't run trap plays with Sky. But with the camera and the breach, you can do stun combos.
Sure, Cracks falls in the end, but here comes the rest of the attacking
stun Yoru flash.
Durka has a gate crash now. He's just put it online and trying to grab one, and he's out.
Yeah, had to. Caught himself with the flash. Seen it. He's going to be looking to try and mark the site.
Here. Fast retake? Fast retake?
The fake out. Not really fooling
the trip
anyone.
Came up.
Now getting into the afterparts, definitely not going to be easy. They've managed to push that a little bit further forward.
Oh no! Oh no!
The trip slowed. They're just going to try and pressure.
Wait! That chamber trip was insane.
Again, we've seen it many times in these clutches.
Wait, they didn't break the.
Necessarily Mr. Fallen, but also guys behind the scenes. I think he runs a tight ship, and you can see it. Like there is always frustration if a trade kill isn't there in time. And
chamber Razor working A, Viper holding B, Sky Omen mid. I don't mind that default.
Completely different.
Viper just stays alive B no matter what, because he has the Viper wall up.
That's why the
How are they How are they planning on crossing A though?
It's not very often they lose them. They're the teams that will beat you with the pistols, whereas if you try and do it to them, it's a lot more difficult.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it?
Unlike gun rounds.
The captain's got a bulldog, so disadvantage. Not playing the classic. But yeah, these lower weapons.
Oh boy.
Trying to use some of the utility. The flash was good, but as
wow,
we said,
clean
was
round.
The second player. Yeah, it was out of captain to take that fight. Then Yedije comes through after the stun hits his teammate, and now Cracks comes.
Okay, I'm curious to see how they default. Oh boy, if they pop, they're dead. If they pop, they're dead.
Thing with CNED going down.
Yeah, good start for Alpha. Again,
yeah,
this
good
is
call
more
not
of a
popping
bonus
in.
round for the side of FUT, so you can't really have the same expectations. But CNED was one of the main dangers of this round. And obviously wanted to try and get some orbs back.
Oh god,
Set
this.
play could be
Oh god.
Already the peek out from Dirk. And this is the 1-2 punch I kind of expected. Alpha was there alongside, and maybe they're going to do it a little bit more on that defensive side. I think the important thing for FNATIC is keeping things nice and clean. And Boaster, that happened to him in the last half.
Ooh, yo, this kid is actually clean.
This man off the chain though. That's the flash is gone from Durka. Decoy goes out, it's on its way, but Durka shoots through the legs of his own.
That's what they need. This,
maybe just put the
smoke this, and satchel down and try to fight this angle fast. And now these guys have to use util to take back middle. Oh, they're just walking up. What the fuck?
Very quickly be reclaimed. In fact, CNED, I guess he has the get out of jail free card, so be able to just push up, has supportive utility to give him the space.
What the fuck?
As you can see, after the last round, FUT have got to be wary of these positions. FNATIC are much more passive until
I don't know about
Alpha
that peak, bro. I don't know about that peak, I'll be honest. I love you, Alpha. I'm sorry.
It's from the strategy a little bit. You can understand it.
But they have no choice. They have two duelists. They have to get the entries.
FUT have access to be at least in their head. Testing heaven. Leo's
I don't know about all that.
Not hitting his shot this time.
I really don't know about all that.
Boaster, he's been hitting the aim labs. Let's see the results. Paranoia's through.
These two get. Yup. Okay, he got his two. That's huge.
And because of that, the numbers still stick towards FUT. I think Boaster did a fantastic job holding down that push against the world. But it ain't over yet. A lot more to be done by FNATIC to see that 7th round on the board.
Spotting out of Durka as well. That's going to make things a lot tougher for them. Chronicle on the fight. Doesn't have any real chance of a trade. And now Durka has to try and do it all. The flash is good. It's a disappearing action.
See, these are the plays they have to do in order, but they need to get kills, like value with kills.
Gone through. He peeks to see
and they're not able to. That's the issue.
Same himself gets out of there. Response from FUT seems to be quite quickly to take this towards middle, grab some control, but they haven't found anything that's really worth writing home about. Just their way through to vent.
If Ada Captain breaks this camera at A Heaven,
they're going to set their sights on A.
Yeah, the info is going to be
oh, they're actually hitting A
from the cam. One of the more common spots. When I say that, the Viper screen makes it a little bit more of a ruse. Not much though.
He didn't clear under.
This is being realized by FNATIC, but they're yet to pull a rotation.
Oh my!
In fact, Durka is going to be left all alone.
My!
To get so close to the setup.
They cleared him normal.
And again, it's just going to be the one and done. He has to get out of there, especially with that dimensional drift. He's going to be so important for the retake.
Oh, going to use it already before Spike has even been planted, just securing this control for his teammates, finding the utility. The decoy even used to break that trap as well. I love this. Now
the stun didn't hit him.
No flashes, no decoys, no gate crash. Has to commit, has to fight here.
Oh no! He got two!
Spins on a dime to eliminate Boaster, and Leo's the last man standing. Big clutch for
he
this
got
man.
two!
Here we go though. A huge showstopper, but it's only going to be the one. There were more than enough players waiting for that response. While the showstopper on the other side doesn't get too much.
GG.
CNED quicker.
This is just GG.
Than the Stinger could ever convert.
This comp is ass on defense if you don't get the initial value off the stun.
Hasn't really worked out for them here. Boaster trying to find something. I'm not sure what is going on there. And while Cracks, he's genuinely just having a field day.
GG's.
I think we talk about this guy a lot
GG's
as someone who's like so exciting to watch, but he might genuinely be one of the best player in the league at the moment. He's so good.
The ideas from FNATIC were great. I liked it. But FUT's response, always clinical. 4 players spreading out into different corners of the room, no matter what happens. That showstopper's getting 1 max. You're probably not getting back out of there. Even here for Chronicle, all bases are covered. You can't come behind without breaking that trap, and now they're trained in and ready.
Although there is still that Rolling Thunder. That's the main ult I think FNATIC could utilize here. It hasn't been Leo's day so far.
It really hasn't. He's had a slow start. FUT putting their eyes on this B side. The challenge will come to Boaster
get flashed though. He has to get 2
again.
again.
Able to get his 1s or even more this time.
One's good. Give me one more. Give me one more.
On their way. He's just about evaded the sprays that were coming to him. A little bit of damage sustained. Reposition towards the backside. Not spotted.
What
Where's
the
that player
fuck?
gone?
Boaster is
eventually.
farming.
Had a captain back to the shadows where
he always gets his 2 when they hit his sight.
4 versus 2. And a hard clutch for FUT to close out this map. Mr. Fallen and Yedije, though, look, two players you don't want to underestimate in these positions.
No, I'd say, again, today, Yedije, again, one of the biggest prospects, but he's already here. That's the thing. It's like normally you
there's legit no point in FUT doing cop strats.
Soon. I feel like in EMEA, they're all pretty
there's
much
no
good
point
now.
Anymore. Like going forward the next like 5 rounds.
Trained in though, if he tries to make
it's so much easier just to take mid control. They have Sky, they have Omen, they have Raze. Just take mid control.
Well,
the other team does not have a Viper.
An immediate trade, stun there again
the Viper orb that's normally here isn't there.
In terms of catching players.
So FUT need to abuse that and just go middle.
And Mr. Fallen, I think his decision here is, do I want to try and do more damage or just hold on to the finances? And honestly, there's not really a good or a bad decision for him here.
Yeah, he can take his pick.
They put the trap down outside B, so that if anybody pushes it, they know.
I apologize. This map I said is scuffed. Next map it won't be like this.
Side as they look to try and take mid control, and you can see all over the map, FNATIC are running around. They're trying to clear all the where could Anna Captain have gone?
I love you guys. I am sorry.
It's all just mind games.
But Tom, if we look at the effect that's had, it's not massive. The A side is defended in a way that they can't really react, but they can grab information.
They will cleanly be able to take mid. Oh my god. I have to mute this. You know what FNATIC should have done? They should have put a Cypher cam above vents, like right here, like where my cursor is. If they did that and then breach stunned off of it, they would have had a round.
And take aggressive plays. Punish the map control taken. Instead, you imagine they just concede it and a decoy left up top. Used up as well, but
back
25?
Yeah, this is so late in the round. I don't know if this is a call because CNED hasn't seen anyone spotting, but this is such a gamble from FUT to go in with just 15 seconds left. The stun as well being thrown out. I don't think they have enough time to get anything done here. They have to go, and they have to go right now.
The
spike already dropped on the ground.
Oh my god.
CNED needs to grab it.
No, we can't plant.
He has time. I think they've just run out of time to get it. I don't know.
Just about.
Has he got it?
I think he has.
What?
Oh my goodness, that's a 0.1 plant. I don't think you're going to see it closer around than this.
He got the bomb down?
And as they peek out, it's left all onto Durka.
Oh my god, I feel so bad for FNATIC.
Time alone, and FUT have played it to the very last margin. Only he stands in their way from taking this map home, and he has to go pushing into it. First kill is his, down to just the 1 HP. And just look at where Yedije is playing from. He still has a snake bite that he can use, that he could throw on if they go anywhere near that spike. That bait is there. He spotted him up close, but just opts to try and fall back. His position has been revealed. And of course, for Durka, he has to go.
It's perfect.
He's going to get absolutely nothing.